Welcome everybody to Wine Dine TV. I am Judith.
And I'm Karina. Come behind the label with us as we sip, taste, and travel the wine country. So with this, I'm envisioning flatbread, caramelized onions, and drunken figs, and a little bit of goat cheese sprinkled on top.
So for this dish, we will need to caramelize onions, and then we will have the drunken figs and a dollop of goat cheese. So you can start to cut the onions.
Oh, no. I think you're much better at that than I am.
Isn't so in your family too? I as a mother end up cutting always the tearful things.
You're better at it.
So you make up the Zoranda. She's not married yet, so perhaps she needs to keep nice.
Oh.
So then you do the figs.
Yeah, I'm good at getting the figs drunk. You could soak these, just put a little splash of the Chardonnay over them. And you can do that a couple hours in advance even. And you just want to cut the little stem off and then slice them lengthwise, just thin little slices.
Somebody told me I should put out a glass of water so I don't tear up, but I have wine. Maybe put me the wine there. That
There
might
you go.
help too.
This is gonna help you.
Good. Because today 2 of our dishes will have caramelized onions, I will chop up a little bit more.
Keep going. Good job. I'm your cheerleader.
You need butter.
It's nice to combine oil and butter because they have different temperatures of when they heat up. So that combination is going to make our onions much crisper.
We don't need crisper, we caramelize the onion, but gets out the sweetness better. Do you know the onion is just a simple vegetable, and by caramelizing you can extract flavors you never would even imagine.
Especially if you add a lot of sugar. There's always flavor with that.
So please put in the onions.
Okay.
Brown sugar. About half a tablespoon of brown sugar.
And then some salt.
1 tablespoon of salt. Let's add a splash of white wine. Adding a tiny bit of black pepper.
You can use either flatbread or tortilla bread. So we're gonna put a little bit of onion, spread it around, and it makes it quite easy if you have thongs to use.
So we're gonna add the drunken figs, and you can just put it with your hand. Once you try those drunken figs, you want them to be in your refrigerator for later use, and you can make a fig vinaigrette.
And then little bits of goat cheese.
And we will be baking it on close to 400 for about 5 to 8 minutes, just to heat it up and let the flavors merge together. Let me show you a secret. You can use those little drunken figs from your refrigerator for so many uses. You can make fig vinaigrette, you can put it over vanilla ice cream. I just saving them in white wine, which happen to be a Chardonnay, and sliced dried Bouchaine figs. Doesn't that look delicious?
Divine.
Bon appetit!
Bon appetit. Oh, that sets off the Chardonnay beautifully. The mellow, warm creaminess, it comes out with the onions.
And the drunken figs are very perfect with this Chardonnay. It's like music to your mouth.
Music to your mouth.
Yeah. So many different elements get pulled out from the food. Did you notice that? Actually, I taste a little bit of fig, and there might be not in the tasting notes, but I do taste figs here.
Let me try that again.
It's a beautiful pear, don't you think?
Yeah, it does not interfere. It just balances each other nicely. So that's when you know you have a good pairing. You don't want the food or the wine to overpower the other.
That's correct, and we have a great balance here. So let's move on to our Pinot Noir.
We're gonna make something really good with that one too.
Anxious to try.